AI Interviews Part 2: How Algorithms Judge You. In the first episode, we looked at what AI interviews feel like for candidates. Today, we're going to look at the other side. We're going to step inside the logic of the machine itself and understand how human behavior is turned into scores, predictions, and decisions by algorithms. What the AI actually looks at. An AI interview does not understand you. It does something simpler and more dangerous. It breaks your behavior into measurable signals. It assigns scores to those signals, and then it uses those scores to predict things it cannot directly observe. Step 1. Turning behavior into data. When you answer a question, the system does not hear meaning. It hears patterns. A. Word choice and language structure. The AI analyzes how concrete or abstract your words are, whether your answer stays on topic, how logically ideas follow one another, whether you use action verbs like I did, I decided, I solved. This produces numerical indicators such as clarity score, relevance score, semantic coherence score. Example: Person A says, I really like collaborating and working together with others. Person B says, in my last project, I coordinated tasks between 3 departments and resolved a delivery conflict. The system scores person B higher than person A, because in an AI interview, saying what you did scores higher than saying what you value. B. Voice and speech patterns. The system also analyzes speaking speed, length of pauses, stability of tone, consistency across answers. These are interpreted as indicators of communication confidence, fluency, cognitive load. A pause may mean reflection to a human. To an algorithm, it may look like hesitation. C. Visual behavior when used. Some systems analyze head movement, facial expressiveness, gaze stability. These are interpreted as engagement, energy, emotional expressiveness. This layer is controversial, and many systems, especially in Europe, have reduced or removed it. Step 2. From signals to psychological traits. Now comes the critical jump. The system feeds all those signal scores into models trained on past data. The model asks, when we saw this combination of signals in the past, what kind of person did recruiters rate highly? This is how prediction happens. Step 3. What the AI tries to predict. A. The Big Five, explained simply. The Big Five is a psychological model widely used in research and HR. It describes personality along 5 dimensions: openness, curiosity, creativity, conscientiousness, organization, reliability, extroversion, social energy, assertiveness, agreeableness, cooperation, empathy, and neuroticism or emotional stability, stress sensitivity. AI systems do not discover these traits directly. They learn associations, like people rated conscientious spoke in structured, task-focused ways. People rated extroverted spoke faster with more variation in tone. When you display similar patterns, the system predicts this candidate is likely high or low on this trait. B. Competencies and job-related behaviors. Beyond personality, systems predict communication skill, leadership potential, customer orientation, teamwork ability. These are statistical associations, not measurements. For example, clear structure plus specific examples plus steady speech leads to predicted communication effectiveness. C. Overall interview performance. Finally, everything is combined into a score, a ranking, or a recommendation like advance or do not advance, often trained on historical human judgments. So the real question the AI asks is, how similar is this candidate to people we hired before? Why this logic is risky. AI interviews reward behavioral similarity, not hidden potential. If past hiring favored certain accents, certain communication styles, certain cultural norms, the system will quietly reproduce that. This is why being clear helps, being structured helps, being understandable to machines helps, but being different can hurt, even when difference is valuable. Challenges and Europe's position. Methodology and accuracy. Correlation is not causation. Fluency can be mistaken for intelligence, expressiveness for leadership, calmness for reliability, and the systems may penalize neurodivergent candidates, non-native speakers, culturally different styles. Legal aspects. AI interviews raise legal questions. Do candidates know they're being analyzed? Can decisions be explained? Is full automation allowed? In many jurisdictions, purely automated hiring decisions are restricted. Europe takes a cautious approach. AI interviews are allowed, but they are regulated, audited, and treated as high-risk systems. The machine doesn't ask who you are. It asks how closely you resemble what it has learned to reward. AI interviews don't decide who gets hired. They decide which behaviors get repeated. And when those behaviors are repeated long enough, they start to feel like personality. That's why the real interview isn't with the machine. It's with ourselves. What are we willing to optimize, and what are we willing to protect?